Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video on the channel. So in this video we're going to be comparing two of the most popular clear cases you can buy for the iPhone 16 Pro. On my left hand side I've got the official Apple clear case, and on my right hand side I've got the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T case for the iPhone 16 Pro. So in this video we're going to be discussing some pros and cons, because there are pros and cons to both of these. None of these cases are perfect cases, and I'm going to be discussing the positives and the negatives about these cases, and in the end we're going to conclude which one you should buy and for what reason. So let's actually get into it, guys, and we're going to start at the price, and we're probably going to end at the price as well. So stay tuned in this video because we're going to be going through some really interesting points. So the price for the Apple clear case is $49, and sometimes you can pick it up on discount. You can pick it up on Amazon, sometimes on discount, or from other places as well. But generally, in most places, you'll find this Apple clear case for $49. The Spigen Ultra Hybrid T case you can pick up at the moment on Amazon for $20.99, but there's also a 5% coupon, so let's call it about $20. So both of these cases have quite different price points, and obviously in terms of the price, the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T case has the best price, and the Apple clear case is a bit on the pricey side. But let's discuss a few points and see if it's worth that price point. So firstly, let's get into protection, and for that we have to bring over the Desi T Desert Titanium iPhone 16 Pro, my favorite color this year, but all the colors are super nice, so you couldn't really go wrong with any of the colors, but this is my favorite color this year. And let's actually pop on the Apple clear case first, and as you can see with the Apple clear case you get this Magsafe animation, which you don't get on third-party cases, which is a cool touch. And this is how it looks. So it does a really good job at showing off the color of your phone, the natural beauty of your phone. And it's a super nice looking case, and I think actually this one shows off the color of your iPhone even better than the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case. This is just a little bit more clearer, and it's clear from the sides as well, and it's a crystal clear case, to be honest with you. And let's get back to the point of protection. And as you can see on the Apple clear case, we get an open bottom here, which may be a deciding point for many of you, because you may feel like with that open bottom there, it's more prone to scratching, it's more prone to damage if you drop it on that point there. So, and that's a valid point. It is a bit more prone to damage because of that open bottom there, but the positive to that open bottom is it makes it a lot easier swiping up. You don't have an interfering lip there, which interferes when you want to swipe up. It's actually just it's clear there, so when you swipe up with your thumb, you've got nothing there to prevent you from swiping and nothing to annoy you there. So actually I've noticed myself not having that lip there actually is really comfortable, so when swiping up it's really nice. So there's a positive to that open bottom there too. And in terms of the screen lip, I think the screen lip on the Apple clear case, just check it out guys, is actually better than the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T case. Just check it out guys, you get quite a generous screen lip there. So when you pop your phone down on a table, you've got no worries, to be honest with you, in terms of a smooth surface, anything happening to your screen. And in terms of a camera lip, I believe on this one, in my opinion, the camera lip is actually a bit more higher compared to the Spigen Ultra Hybrid. We're going to be taking a look at that very soon anyway guys, so just stay tuned for that. But as you can tell, quite a generous camera. It's still minimal, but it is just a bit more than the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T case. So in terms of protection, actually this Apple clear case, even though it's not sort of known for protection, is actually quite a protective case, because you get a decent camera lip, you get a decent screen lip as well, and you get a hard polycarbonate shell all the way around. The sides and the back as well are made of a hard polycarbonate material, whereas the Spigen Ultra Hybrid is a little bit more of a flexible material. The back is a polycarbonate hard shell, but the sides are more of a flexible TPU material, and they do yellow over time, so that's another point. The sides on the Spigen Ultra Hybrid do tend to yellow after a few months of use, whereas the Apple clear case doesn't actually yellow. So that's one big advantage of the Apple clear case compared to the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case, is that it doesn't yellow over time. Because of that hard polycarbonate material they use in this, it's actually a really durable material in terms of it doesn't yellow, and so you don't have to change it as often, and it won't look, you know, bad after a few months of use. So in terms of protection, we get with the Spigen case, we get Spigen's air cushion technology, which are these air pockets in each corner, and they are going to do a good job at absorbing the shock from any drop. And so you are going to get, I'd say, a bit more drop protection with the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case, but actually because of this really hard polycarbonate shell, you are going to get some good protection with the Apple Clear case as well. So in terms of protection, I can't see too much between them. I would just have to give the edge to the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case just because of the air cushion technology there and the protection all the way around. Whereas if you drop your case in the Apple Clear case sometimes tends to micro fracture over time. So if you do drop it, it is probably going to protect your phone because of that hard material. But at the same time, you may get some small micro fractures in your case, which might not look the best, but actually they will be tiny, so you won't actually notice it too much. But that's just something to be aware of. So in terms of protection, I have to give it to the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case, and that's only just because they both are quite protective cases. Let's now move on to the grip. And for the grip, in terms of the grip for the Apple Clear case, you don't get a whole lot of grip. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. You don't get a whole lot of grip with this case. It is quite a smooth material, and I've heard people compare it to a bar of soap, and it is quite a smooth material, and because of that hard polycarbonate shell, you don't really get a whole lot of grip with this case. So that's just something to be aware of, because I have had this slip out of my pockets a few times because it is that slippery. I mean, for me, it's not a deciding factor. The grip is not a deciding factor for me when deciding between these cases. But I just feel like you do get a bit more grip when it comes to the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case. Let's just try that out now. So guys, let's bring in the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case and let's pop in the phone. I just find with these TPU size, these more flexible TPU size, they do give a bit more grip, and even the back, even though it is that hard polycarbonate material, it does tend to just be a bit more grippy. So the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case, I'd say, wins in this sort of round, if you want to call it. In terms of the grip, the Spigen Ultra Hybrid wins because it has more grip on the back and the sides as well. And when holding your phone feels a little bit more secure in this case. And so this is the winner when it comes to grip. Let's now move on to the Magsafe, guys. So guys, this is the Anker 622, and let's try it with the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case. So we just pop it on the back there. It starts charging, as you can see. And let's give it a bit of a shake. Spigen have some of the strongest magnets you can buy for your iPhone case. And they are a really, really strong magnets they use in the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T case. Some of the strongest magnets I've actually seen on any case. So I'm really impressed by Spigen's magnets, and a lot of case brands don't really get close to Spigen in terms of their MagSafe strength. So I'm really impressed with the Spigen Ultra Hybrid. But let's try out the Apple case now. So in terms of the MagSafe with the Apple Clear case, let's bring over the Anker 622 again, and let's just test it out with this. So straight away I can feel it's a bit more slippery on here, but let's just give it a bit of a shake and see how strong the magnets are. So they actually are quite strong. I'm not saying the magnets on the Apple Clear case aren't strong. They are actually quite strong, and it's actually holding onto this power bank really well. But I would just say they're not as strong as the Spigen case, even though they are really, really strong. Don't get me wrong. So you can't really go wrong with either of these cases in terms of MagSafe strength. They both have really, really strong magnets. So as you can see, the MagSafe isn't as strong, I would say, on the Apple Clear case, but the Spigen Ultra Hybrid just completely wins when it comes to the MagSafe, because the MagSafe is that strong on the Spigen Ultra Hybrid. So in terms of MagSafe, we're going to have to again give it to the Spigen Ultra Hybrid, and the next thing we're going to look at is the buttons, guys. So if we test out the buttons on the Apple Clear case are still quite poor, even though they have improved it this year. They are still quite stiff to press. They're not as bad as previous years, as I mentioned, but at the same time, they're not as good as the Spigen Ultra Hybrid buttons, in my opinion. They're just a bit more clicky on the Spigen Ultra. Just listen to the buttons here. I'll bring it to the mic, guys. This is volume down. And this is volume up. And this is the action button. I don't know if you can hear it that well, guys. I brought it to the mic, but still, they're not actually that tactile. They don't give you that satisfying click or anything like that. The Spigen Ultra Hybrid buttons don't do that as well, but at the same time, you do get a bit more feedback when it comes to those. This is the power button. So yeah, as you can tell, guys, there's not a whole lot of sound that comes from these buttons, and when pressing it, it can be a bit on the stiff side, and they're not the most impressive buttons, I've got to be honest with you guys. But let's bring over the Spigen Ultra Hybrid again. So in terms of the buttons on the Spigen Ultra Hybrid, you're going to get some more clicky buttons, more tactile buttons, and just listen to this, guys. This is volume down, this is volume up, this is the action button, and this is the power button. So guys, again, the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T-Case wins out when it comes to this one, because the buttons are more clicky on this, they're more tactile, they're more easy to press. So the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T-Case has the better buttons in my opinion. So guys, I just remembered we didn't weigh the cases, so let's actually weigh the cases. So let's bring over the scale, and let's pop the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T-Case on first. And we're looking at 35 grams for the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case, and the Apple Clear case is 30 grams. So you're going to get less weight when it comes to the Apple Clear case. If you're looking for just the absolute lightest clear case you can buy for your iPhone, you can't really go wrong with the Apple Clear case. Well, especially when it comes to comparing this one and the Spigen one. So let's move the scale to the side, and let's actually move on to the next thing we're going to look at, and that's feel in the hand. So let's bring over the phone again, and in my opinion, the Apple Clear case actually has a more premium feeling in the hands, and it has a more premium look as well. So you are paying more money for it, so it is $49 compared to $20 with the Spigen case, but you get more of a premium feeling in the hand. I don't know, there's something just about it that, you know, it makes you want to hold it, and it just has a really nice feeling in the hands. It feels like you're holding something of really good quality, and when you look at it as well, it just does a really nice job at showing off. I like the Magsafe ring on it as well. The Magsafe ring on it just looks super cool, and it just looks really, really premium. And it feels really nice and comfortable. It feels nice and light in the hands. We just weighed it, so it is 5 grams lighter, and you can notice the weight. Not considerably, but you can notice a weight difference there. So if you're looking for the most minimal case and the most premium feeling case out of these two, it is going to be the Apple Clear case. So if I put on the Spigen case again, I'll just show you what I mean. And you know, it doesn't look bad at all. It still looks really nice and premium, but it just doesn't have that sort of extra premium look that you get with the Apple Clear case. And the sides, as I mentioned, do tend to yellow over time, and when they do start to yellow, it does sort of reduce the premium look of this case, and you may have to just replace it every so often, and then you will get more of a newer looking case. But I have to, in terms of, you know, looks and feel in the hand, I actually feel like the Apple Clear case feels more premium in the hands, and I'm going to give this one to the Apple Clear case. This feels more grippy, and it still feels nice in the hand, but in terms of the premium feel, you're going to get that with the Apple Clear case. In terms of the grippiness, you're going to get that with the Spigen Ultra Hybrid. So really, it is a bit of a draw, but I'm just going to have to give it to the Apple Clear case just because it does feel more premium. And next, guys, let's look at the durability. And in my opinion, I feel like they both have their pros and cons. The Spigen case is more durable in the sense that, you know, you don't tend to get these micro fractures, which you do get on the Apple Clear case. You don't tend to get that because of these flexible TPU sides. It just sort of bounces off these sides if you drop it even. Whereas the Apple Clear case, because of that hard polycarbonate shell, the nature of this case, you do tend to get some, you know, micro fractures, some small cracks in this case over time. Especially if you drop it. If you drop it quite often, you are going to get some more cracks in this case. And if you take your phone on and off quite often as well, then you do tend to get some micro fractures in this case too. Whereas the Spigen Ultra Hybrid, you can take it off and put it on as many times as you want really, and you aren't really going to get any sort of cracks or anything like that because of that flexible TPU side. The nature of these sides here, you don't tend to get that. So in terms of a more of a durable case, I would say the Spigen Ultra Hybrid is more durable in terms of the materials it's made from. However, I would say that the flexible TPU sides yellowing over time It does happen with the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case, whereas it doesn't happen with this. So in terms of that, in terms of yellowing, the Apple clear case is more durable. So again, I'm going to have to give it to the Apple clear case in terms of durability, just because you don't have to change it out as often as you may have to do with the Spigen Ultra Hybrid. This, after yellowing after a few months, you may have to change it out because your case doesn't look as good as you want it to look. Whereas the Apple clear case, you can probably keep it on your phone if you don't drop it too often. You can actually drop this case, the Apple clear case, but just if you drop it too much, or if your phone takes a really bad fall, then you are going to have to, swap it out. But for normal use and for normal drops, both of these cases are going to be fine. But I just have to give the durability to the Apple clear case because it doesn't yellow over time. So guys, next up, let's look at the camera control on these two, and they both have buttons for the camera control. Spigen do a really good job with their T case, but just take a look at the differences between the two. As you can see, on the Spigen case, the camera control button there is a lot chunkier and it's a lot wider and a lot bigger compared to the camera control on the Apple clear case. The Apple clear case, as you can see, is a lot more compact, and both work really, really well, don't get me wrong here, but I just feel like the looks of the camera control on the Apple clear case, they just look a lot better compared to the Spigen case here. Both work really well, and let's just test it out, guys. So this is the Spigen case, and if we just press it once, it opens up the camera, and if we half press it here, we can zoom out and we can zoom in, and it is pretty seamless. But I just feel like the Apple clear case actually performs better in terms of the camera control. Let's just try that out now. So in terms of the camera control on the Apple clear case, I feel like it just works better. It looks better. As you can see, it's more compact compared to the Spigen case. And also when you press the camera control here, it's just nicer to press, in my opinion. And if we half press it, and we zoom out and we zoom in, it just feels a bit more sensitive and a bit better in terms of how it works. I feel like the Apple clear case has a better camera control, and on this round, in terms of the camera control, I'm going to have to give it to the Apple clear case. So guys, to conclude things, which one do I feel is the better case to go for? And I have both of these cases, and I've been using both of these cases regularly on my iPhone since I've had it. So I've had both of these cases for about 3 months now, since I've had the iPhone. And based on my experience with both of these cases, which one would I recommend? For someone like me, I'm lucky enough to have both of these cases because of what I do on the channel. But I know for a lot of you guys, your budget doesn't allow for that, or you just don't want to have 2 clear cases. You want to just choose one case. And in my opinion, if I was just to recommend one of these cases, it's hard because they're both neck and neck. They both, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, they both have their pros and cons. And so it is really hard to decide from each of these cases because they both have their good points, they both have their negatives as well. However, if I had to pick just one of these cases, and I couldn't have both, and I just had to have one of these cases, it probably would be the Apple clear case. And I'll tell you the reason as well. Firstly, it's the feel in the hand, it's the premium feeling in the hand. Just how good it feels in the hand and how good quality it looks as well. And to be honest with you, I don't want to be buying cases every so often. I know, it is quite inexpensive to be replacing this case, but if I was to just pick one case, and I'm advising those people who actually just want one case, then it would be the Apple clear case, because you don't have to change this case every so often. You could probably have this case on your phone for a good year without having to change it, and you get good Magsafe, really good Magsafe strength on this. It's still pretty strong. It's not as strong as the Spigen ones, but it is still really strong. And you get some good protection with that hard polycarbonate shell. And I know the buttons are a bit stiff, but they do tend to wear in a bit, and it's not the end of the world. The other features to this case are still really good, and the massive advantage of having this case, it doesn't yellow over time. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm saying if I had to really choose between these 2 cases, it would be the Apple clear case, just because it doesn't yellow over time, gives you good protection, a good feel in the hands. a minimal weight to it as well, 30 grams in the hand, so it's a really light feeling in the hand. It's really comfortable to hold, and there's just something about the materials they use in the Apple Clear case which is really nice to hold and just makes you want to pick up your phone and makes it a pleasure using your phone. So I'm going to have to give it to the Apple Clear case. Last year I'd made a video similar to this and I gave it to the Spigen case, but this year I'm going to have to give it to the Spigen case. But what do you think? Leave your comments down in the comment section below. I'd really be interested to know what you think about this. Both of these cases, the Apple Clear case and the Spigen Ultra Hybrid T case, both are excellent clear cases, and you can't really go wrong with either of them. Just be aware that you may have to replace this one every 2 to 3 months when it starts to yellow on the sides. It may not, affect you too much, but say if you are one of those people, you don't want to be, using a case which is a little bit yellow from the sides, then in that case, the Apple Clear case is a good option. But both of these cases are excellent clear cases and you can't go wrong with either of them. I will leave the links down in the description below, so if you want to check out these cases, you can use those links and purchase these cases. And I really appreciate you guys watching this video until the end, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful as well, and if you did, drop it a like, drop a comment down in the comment section below. And guys, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Take care. Bye.